It's all right. All right. We're going to rock with it. We're going to do what needs to be done. 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 Rocking with y'all. Let's see who's up. With y'all. Let's see who's up. With y'all. Let's see who's up. Qualified financial advisor or legal professional. Oh man. All right. You should. I just got the notice that the TikTok lost. The TikTok lost a live, but the TikTok lost a live, but whatever. We're gonna keep it rolling. The TikTok lost a live, but whatever. We're gonna keep it rolling. The TikTok lost a live, but whatever. We're gonna keep it rolling. Jizz Bizna. I'm trying to get everybody's pronunciation right, but thank y'all for the likes. Whoever's dropping so many likes on me, I appreciate y'all. Get into a quick 150. 150, something like that. Intuitive Gene. 150, something like that. Intuitive Gene. 150, something like that. Intuitive Gene, thanks for coming through. Yo, Sam, I see. Intuitive Gene, thanks for coming through. Yo, Sam, I see you. I see you. That was the play of the day for my Discord. For my Discord community. And of course, if there's any charts we want to take a look at together, go ahead and drop them in the chat. Yo, D, I see you. Soldier of God, thanks for coming through. Scott Springborg, Justin Youngblood, Geo. I see it. Okay, so the play of the day today was on QQQ calls. Of course, the market started off very bullish this morning, so if you already had some upside or bullish sentiment, or if you had calls from yesterday, you ate pretty good for Friday to end out the trading week. So let me break down the trade of the day. Yo, RJ, I see you. Thanks for coming through. Thank y'all for the likes. Whoever dropped all those likes, thank you, man. Which one of y'all was it? Was that Anna? Anna, did you already drop those likes on your boy? I appreciate that if that was you. I'm trying to see who that was. All right, Daniel Thompson, Mark McKinney. I see y'all. So let's go over the play of the day. What did I see today? What did I alert? This is what I saw. Let's let this load up, of course. Let's move this over. Jeez, got to get this right. Okay, play of the day. And it's a trip. You know, the thing that's a trip with trading and options trading is making your winning play at the very beginning of the day, and it happens quick, especially for us scalpers. You got to learn to sit on your hands for the rest of the day, because you could find yourself getting into trouble if you try to overtrade. But what I saw at the beginning, of course, if you're new to my TikTok, I am primarily a scalper. Feels a lot easier, right? Groceries, gas, things like that. So, yo, Bab, I appreciate the love, man. Much love to you. I appreciate the love. I hate. Yo, Nada, thanks for the follow. My Wi-Fi is off. I even got off the Wi-Fi. I'm on the 5G and it's not coming through. So I hate the fact that you guys aren't getting the best end user experience out there, but I the best end user experience out there, but I or something like that. One way that I'm thinking about doing it is after you end your live, TikTok gives you like data about who is the most watched person or who gave you the most likes or something like that. So what I'm going to do is probably use that at the end of the live and then pick a random person. I'll probably go online and do a generator on Google, have it pick a random screen name, and then I'll reach out to that person and send them like a Cash App or a Zelle or whatever, because it does mean a lot to me. Oh man, so Bab says, forgot to take the advice and bought Meta before earnings. It took a beating. It happens, man. And like I said, we live and we learn. What you want to do is you want to write that down in your trading journal, because putting it in your trading journal is the number one way we can remember our lessons and we know not to make those same mistakes. So just take it as a lesson, man. It's not a loss. We live and we learn. Nada says, which indicators do you use for 1 minute chart scalping, please? So first things first, Nada, I don't even look at the 1 minute chart when it comes to my scalping. I feel like anything under the 15-minute chart for me personally, this is just as an individual, for me personally, anything under the 1 minute chart is too noisy for me. Psychologically, when it comes to my eyes, when I'm looking at the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 10, anything like that, is just too much noise. So at a minimum for me, and I'm not saying what you should do, I'm just saying at a minimum for me, I need to have a 15-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame to look at the charts for my scalping. Now, with that being said, if you've been on my lives before, you're probably it's gonna sound like a broken record, but there is an indicator that I use every single day of the week without fail, and it is the Sarah Strat Sniper indicator. It is the SSS 50% indicator. So I'll show y'all what it looks like, and it's right here. This is what it is in TradingView. SSS 50% rule indicator. This one right here. So it was created by an awesome lady, an awesome trader by the name of Sarah Strat Sniper. She's really big on Twitter. She's really big on YouTube. Very, very nice lady. And basically the way that this indicator works is it immediately and automatically plots out the previous day high, the previous day low, and then the middle of the road, the middle journey at the 50% mark. Now, the reason why I use this indicator every day is because to some degree, on a daily basis, the chart, the price movement, the stock, the tickers, the candlesticks will give some respect or some acknowledgement to those levels, right? Kind of what we can see for today, Thursday going into Friday. The daily high of yesterday is like a buffer of support. That's what we're seeing. We even got this gap right here. So that's why, or that's one of the indicators that I use every single day. It is the SSS 50% rule indicator. Now, for those of you that are slightly familiar with the strat, these numbers under each candlestick are strat numbers. And so that's another indicator that I use every single day. Okay. Yo, Q, what up, man? What's up? Bab says, I forgot to do that too. Nada says, crypto future or Forex or options you trade. So Nada, I trade options right now. A big shout out to Wally Hudson. Thanks for the follow. All right. So, yo, shout out to Q. What up, man? Bab says, the best rule of thumb, never buy before earnings. Yeah, man. Earnings is like one of the most manipulated times in the market that I'm learning, right? There might be times where even if you guess the right direction, if you don't get the right contracts and options, even those contracts will lose money. Martin Sierra says, done for the day. That's right. I had 2 trades today. One that I alerted to the community. Another one was a little bit more experiential, but I'll take my 2 wins and keep it pushing. Martin says, SPX was nice to me today. Nice. Big shout out to Martin Sierra. Anna James for the likes. Thank you, Anna. And I might need to get your Cash App and your Venmo or something like that. I'll send you a message after, Anna, but much love to you. Ty, thank you for the follow. So if you just joined, let's go over my trade one more time. Very, very simple. I do not have a complicated trading strategy. And it's no knock or no disrespect to anybody who has a very intricate trading setup or trading strategy at all. But for me, I've realized and I've learned that my trading is a lot better when I just keep it as simple as possible. So what I've noticed according to my back testing log. That's another thing too. So if you're new to trading, write this down. Put this in your notes and put this on your action item for this weekend. And this will immediately help you with your trading. If you're new to trading, you need to have a trading journal where you log all of your trades. You make a notation of your emotional state, your mental state. How did you do with the trade? What were your areas of improvement? What were the areas where you did good? And you also need a back testing log. That's number 2. You need a back testing log to where you go back in the past and you want to check all the instances that your setup presenting itself and see how many times did it work. Now, there's a different level of like how many times you need to find. Some people say you should go back at least 1 year. Some people say you need at least 100 instances. So for me, I say depending on how often your setup presents itself, you may need to go back 3 to 5 years, or you may need to go back 1 to 200 instances. But with that being said, one of my trading strategies that I have very back tested a lot of my log is a bullish engulfing. And so what I've noticed is that when a bullish engulfing happens above the previous day high, that is a good sign of momentum to the upside. And so because I'm a scalper, I put a lot of emphasis on this very next candle right here. I alerted calls to my team. I took it up, made a couple $100, got out, and you could have still stayed in it and you still be up money now. But like I said, I am not greedy at all. All right, who's this right here? I can't see your screen name. It doesn't look like you got one, bro. But it says, do you think it's possible we see 429 before close? Well, this is QQQ. So if that's the symbol that you're talking about, we're above 429. We're at 431. So are you asking, are we going to drop back down to 429? All right, Anna Jane says, I'm learning a lot from you. I appreciate you. So I'm going to give you all the hearts. I appreciate you, Anna. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. That means a lot to me. Dang. Dang. Tap on and let's see. It doesn't show your screen name, but somebody's asking, do I think that QQQ will drop back down to 429? I don't know, but let's do a little bit of technical analysis right now. We're wondering if QQQ will get back down here. Let's see. Let me make this a little bit more accurate. So here's 420. So here's 429. Bringing it down. All right. Now we're looking at the 30-minute chart, but we might need to go up a time frame. I'm going to hop us up to the daily chart right now. We do appear to have some support in that area with these hammers. Over here on the left-hand side of the screen, we got some hammers, somewhat of a strong doji, if you will. We could 429. Let me go down here. Yo, Tommy Tompkins, thanks for the follow. Anna says, I made my first live trade today. We won't talk about that. Eek, I'm going to join you. For sure. Yeah, and we could chop it up about your live trade one-on-one. Is same going to happen on Wednesday. I'm not too sure what Bab is talking about. I got to go back through the comments to really catch up. But the main question at hand is, do I think we'll see 429 in the next hour? We only got an hour left of the market being open. Let's take a look at futures just to kind of give us a rough idea. I can't really say. I mean, it is subjective. We do have somewhat of a level of support on the daily chart, right? If we go back here in this 429 area, But we had so much bullish sentiment with the market, especially with the tech stocks and everything like that. I think we're going to flatten out. I think we're going to flatten out the rest of the day, and this is how it's going to look. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. But just my opinion for QQ. I mean, it is possible because QQQ does have a wide range that it moves on a daily basis when it comes to dollar movement. But my thoughts are that we might just flatten out in this last hour. Now, we are in power hour, and we are entering the weekend. And if a lot of people made profits, especially the market makers, they might have a big sell-off right now to bring us back down to 429. But we shall see. We definitely shall see. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to drop all the way back down. We're at 431.69, 431.70 right now. So we'll see. But that's just my thoughts. We'll keep an eye on it together as long as my Wi-Fi doesn't let us down. Big shout out to Project Limitless, Anna James, thank you so much. Jeff Jurek, thank you guys for the likes. Thank you for the likes. All right. So put a 1 in the chat if you took some trades today and you've already logged them in your trading journal. Put a 1 in the chat if you took trades today and you've already put them in your trading journal. Win, lose, or draw, no matter how it turned out, put a 1 in the chat if you logged your trades from today in your trading journal. Let's see. I need to see some ones here. What we got? Where y'all at? Yo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, my guy. You don't have a screen name, so I can't really say. Jeff, how do I pronounce your last name, bro? Jeff says 1. Q says, can you explain how you mitigate risk? Yes, indeed. Okay, let's talk about how we mitigate risk for sure. So the first component of mitigating risk is associated with the amount of money that you have to trade. I'm going to say that one more time. The first component when it comes to mitigating risk is associated with the amount of money that you have to trade. All right. So let's say the total amount of money that you have to trade is $2,500, right? You have $2,500. Now, if you risked all of that money in one trade, it's possible that something could happen and that $2,500 goes to zero. So the first thing we want to make a note of is we're never going to put all of our available capital into one trade. What we need to do is we need to break up all of that capital over a series of trades so that just in case we have 1 loss, 2 loss, 3 losses in a row, we still have plenty of capital left to trade with. So what you want to do now, most people, if you go on Google, they're going to say you should never trade with more than 1% or 2% of your overall trading capital. For most of us, that's pretty hard because most of us aren't dealing with $100,000 or $200,000 or anything like that. So if you're dealing with something like $2,500, I say divide that into 4 or 5, meaning that if you have $2,500 total in capital to trade with, then each one of your trades should be no more than maybe $250 to $500 a trade. If you're doing $500 a trade, you get 5 trades. If you're doing $250 a trade, you're going to get 10 opportunities. And then just ask yourself, what are the chances that I do 10 trades in a row that are all losers? It's not likely. It's kind of like baseball, right? You know how when a batter goes up to bat, they get 3 chances, 3 strikes, and they're out. So just imagine if the batter could implement a mechanism where they get 6 chances at bat, 10 chances at bat. The chances of them hitting a home run now are awesome. The chances of them getting on base are a lot higher. So that's the first component to mitigating your risk. You need to analyze how much money can I trade with total in my overall account. If I have $2,500, you want to break that down so maybe you're not doing any more than $500 a trade. That's going to give you 5 opportunities to make money. And then the next thing, all right, all right, Q, so we're still mitigating risk. Want to make sure I'm not missing y'all comments in here. Here we go. So want to make sure I'm not missing comments. And so now the second component after analyzing how much you're going to risk per trade is to have an idea on your stop loss, right? Now this becomes very subjective about where you should place your stop loss because, right, you might have a dollar amount in mind where you say, okay, I'm going to do a trade that's no more than $500 a trade. And I'm going to risk $50 within that $500. Where this gets tricky is the market could easily move down to your $50 to your stop. Even if you place it in the system or if you have it in your mind, it can move down here. So this gets a little tricky, gets a little subjective, but you want to analyze market structure and you want to place your stop somewhere where it is showing that your setup is broken, right? So for instance, let's do like a little trend line. We're gonna do this really easy. We're looking at the daily chart for QQQ. And I'm seeing, let's see, Twitch Zero says risking 20% per trade is wild, LOL. So like I said, in this community, in my live, it's not about making fun of or knocking anybody. It's about getting an understanding. So if we're talking about risking 20% for a trade is wild, it does become a matter of how much capital do you have to work with. So just imagine this, 20% of $1,000 is $200 per trade. That's of 1,000. So if you have $10,000, you now have $2,000 per trade. If you've got $100,000, you now have $20,000 per trade. So now it becomes a matter of how much capital do you have to work with. So you definitely want to keep that in mind. And this is why it's very tough to have a small account that grows. But going back to understanding where you want to place a stop on the break of structure, right? So let me come over here. We're just going to do a simple example. We're looking at the daily chart for QQQ. And let's just say you were looking at these days right here before they happened. And you notice that there is this downward trend and you're looking to take puts, right? You're looking to take puts. Y'all see this line, this downward trend? Maybe I should do the replay function so we don't see these candles. But just imagine on this candle right here, we have a break of structure. So let's just say you got into puts on this candle right here, which was on the 19th of April. Let's say you got into puts and you're expecting QQQ to continue to go down. You might want to place your stop somewhere here just because we now have a break of structure and we can see that the market is shifting to go another direction. So that's kind of how you want to assess placing your stops in terms of mitigating risk. Depending on your strategy and how your setup is, whenever you see a break of structure or basically price going another direction, clearly that's where you want to place a stop and that's how you want to mitigate risk. So Q, I want to make sure that I did answer questions. He says, not making fun of anyone, man. I was taught by professionals that they never risk more than 2%. And like I said, you're spot on to Twitch Zero. That's what I said at the very, very beginning, that most professionals would tell you, hey, you never risk more than 1 or 2% of your overall trading account. Where that gets tough for a small account is just imagine if you only have $1,000 in your trading account, 1%, 2% is how much? How much is 1% or 2% of $1,000? And then how much is the average options contract for SPY, for QQQ, for any one of those, right? How much is the average options contract that's kind of close to the money? Yes, yes, yes. No, I feel you, Twitch Zero. I feel you. It's just that we want to kind of give background and we want to give context. We want to like let everybody know all of the variables that happen. So if you have $100,000 trading account, 1% or 2% is like $2,000. And that's plenty of money to take options trades. But if you're not dealing with more than $50,000 or $100,000, then you actually have to risk a little bit more, unfortunately, so you can get more tangible wins that can build up your account. So it's a balancing act, if you will. But I appreciate it. Big shout out to Twitch Zero for basically spotlighting that. So it's no shade, it's no hate. We just want to make sure that we're giving context and we're giving background to everybody that's involved. And speaking about everybody that's involved, I want to say a big shout out again to Nada, to Q, to James Marina 510, Syria Legit. Thank you so much. Everything Really's in the building. Of course, we got to salute Anna James. Jeff's in the house. Yo, Wave, thanks for coming through. I think this is like the third live you've been on. User 7736657222535. AI Cool Bear, Patience Over Emotions, J Carlos, J Morris 2369, CW, Lee V, is it Lee V? Yeah, Mahad, Will JT, Pro Best, Ben Tran, thank you for coming through, Ben Tran. Raw Macho Perez, damn, Meet Vicky 28, Giovanni V. All right, thank y'all for rocking with me. Patience Over Emotions, thank you for the follow. Thank y'all for the likes. Again, Twitch Zero, it's no shade. I think you presented a very good thing to talk about. So if you understood what I was saying about account size and risk management, let me know. Give me a 1. All right, so the bro says, I have buy an option put that expire on Monday, but today my break even is 425. Will it be the same on Monday? Not at all. Depending on what trading platform you're on, you might be able to see this. The one cool thing that is good about Robinhood is that they have a simulate my returns feature. So it'll show you the value of your options contract going up or down simply based off time moving, right? And so it's tough because if you have puts and we're entering into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday are going to work against you in terms of theta. Those days are going to make the value of your contract go down, and the market's not even open on Saturday and Sunday. So now your break even and the value of your contracts is going to change a bit. So we also have to be aware of that. So I can't tell you what to do, man. I can't tell you how to trade. I'm not too sure what your risk management is. I'm not too sure, if your break even is 429 and we're at 431. It's a little rough right now. I might be thinking to exit. Big shout out to Syria Legit. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, sister. All right, patience over emotions. Any thoughts on a good exit strategy? Just in general, is there a particular trade? It kind of outside of setting your stop loss and having an idea of how much you want to risk, it kind of depends on the trade that you're in. So for example, not to put anybody on the spot, but we have somebody in the Discord or in the TikTok right now whose inputs on QQQ, and the break even is 429. Me personally, because we're going into the weekend and those contracts are going to expire on Monday, I will be looking to exit. Because it's a possibility, right? It's a possibility. Let's say we flatten out. We only got 45 minutes left in the market. Let's say we come down a little bit to 430 or something like that. I don't know exactly what his contracts are looking like, if he's in profit, if he's in loss, or whatever the case may be. But I would just be looking to exit now, mainly because I'm a very conservative trader. And what are the chances that in the next 45 minutes, the QQQ just drops down? Now it's possible. Let's be real. Anything is possible with the market. I've seen QQQ SPY. I've seen stocks move tens of dollars within the last 10 seconds of the trading day being open. But those are things that are kind of rare, and you don't want to bank on things that are kind of like few and far between, right? That are like once in a blue moon. Hawk JP52, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. So overall, but we're talking about exit strategies. The number one thing that I can say, just as a general rule of thumb, is that when your trade has a break of structure, kind of like how we see here with this trending line down on QQQ, when there is a break of structure, then you want to exit the trade. Because even here, we see that on, what day is this? April 23rd, QQQ broke this structure on this downward trend, and then now it just became a level of support, and it isn't really headed back in that direction. So now what we can do, if you're feeling bullish on QQQ, right, you can kind of do something like this and start drawing an upwards trend. Something like this is just a rough line, right? Now we can start drawing this upwards trend, and then once it breaks this structure to the downside, you might want to think about taking some puts. But this is a kind of sloppy line. I just want to give you guys just an illustration of what we're talking about, but it might look something more like that. It's a little rough. It is a little rough, but something like that, just to give you an idea. Yo, Eli, thanks for the follow. Flipping Cars, thanks for the follow. Project Limitless, bro, thoughts on PEP on the 4-hour chart? Let's go take a look. Hold on, let me make sure I didn't miss any other questions. Patience over emotions says, in general, yo, patience over emotions, I hope I gave you a little bit of value there. Let's see. Q says, any advanced trading course you can recommend? So one thing that you guys will learn about me is I am not a gatekeeper. I share everything and everywhere that I learn from. So a good resource for advanced options trading is a trader by the name of Kia Kili. He has an advanced options trading academy, and that one's pretty good. Now it depends on what you consider to be a little pricey, because it will cost you a few dollars. It's about $500 to $600, but you get a lot of support, you get a lot of everything like that. So if you're looking for a good advanced options trading course, that's a good one. You want to look up Kia Kili, or you want to look up Teach Trade. That's what you want to look up to find this course. All right, Project Limitless says, let's talk about the 4-hour on PEP. Let's go take a look at that. Yo, 6K on the likes. That's got to be all Anna James. That's got to be it. Big shout out to Anna. That's got to be Anna James for real. All right, IDK, I see you on checking out RILY. So I'm going to put in both of those so we can have them lined up. But the most important thing about today is Friday. Do you guys know what that means, what today being Friday means? Today being Friday means that there's probably a whole bunch of us that got paid today, And the number one thing that I promote is taking a portion of your paycheck and putting it somewhere to build up assets and passive income for the future. So I don't care if you put your money into dividend stocks, if you put your money aside because you want to buy a rental property for your family, if you buy some, Bitcoin, depending on how you feel about Bitcoin, if you're putting money aside to start a side business or a side hustle, if you got paid today from your job, the number one thing that I'm asking you to do is just take a few dollars from your paycheck and put it aside for your future. Please, please, please. I know it might be tough. I know you probably have bills, kids, obligations, credit card, health bills, things like that. But please, please, please take a portion of your paycheck and put it aside for your future self. Now, if you're having a hard time determining how much you should put aside from each paycheck, I'll give you a rule of thumb that I got from my mom. You want to take your age and you want to use that as a starting point. So if you are 30 years old, you want to take $30 from each paycheck. If you're 50, you want to take 50 from each paycheck as a minimum. If you're younger and you're just getting into the workforce, if you're 18 or 19 years old, you want to take $19 from each paycheck and put that aside just as a starting point. So please, please, please take a little bit of money today and put it away for your future, please. All right, now let's check out PEP on the 4-hour chart. I thank you guys for being patient with me. I thank y'all for just bearing with me and hearing me out. I just want to share, my sentiments, what I feel strong about. Okay, we got PEP on the 4-hour chart. It's currently an inside candle. Like I said, I think we're going to flatten out the rest of the day. Now, do I think that we're going to have some upside or downside? It looks like we are above the previous day low. I think, but we are kind of somewhat in this support area. We might come down a little bit more. I think we're going to come down. And so, okay, here we go. So there was, the last time I charted PEP on live, I had this kind of support zone drawn out. And look at this support zone that was already here. So we're in this support zone. I know it's a big zone, but what I'm thinking is we're going to come down a little bit more going into next week. We're going to come down into this area and then we'll come up. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but I think we got to come down some more in this support zone, accumulate some buy orders, some liquidity, things like that, and then we'll come back up to the upside. That's just my initial thoughts looking at this chart for PEP. Consolidating great on the 15-minute. I'm thinking 180 plus because the 4-hour confirms a breakout soon. I love Project Limitless. He's a super dope technical analyst. Big shout out to Project Limitless, the way that he sees the charts, the way he's able to cross-reference multiple time frames. Big shout out to him. He's one of the top tier members in the passive income community. So please go ahead and come through, give us a shot. You guys can join. You get the first 30 days free. We have weekly discussions. We've got all these resources, plenty of things in here for you. Thank you everybody who's followed me. I appreciate it, but I do want to show y'all. All right, let's go over here. So here's the Discord. You can come in here. We have all kind of resources, all kind of things like that. Different things. We got recorded videos. We got courses. I have some beginner options trading courses for anybody who's new. And then on top of the course, you also have an assessment that you take. And then depending on what you got wrong or you got right on the assessment, we could do a one-on-one and walk through those. But yeah, definitely want y'all to check out the community. I want to go and look at the trading chat room and show y'all what we had going on in here today. So this was the call out that I did from the beginning of the morning when I was talking about the QQQ 30-minute bullish engulfing. I put into the chat the contracts that I was looking at. And then the moment that I entered into the trade, I went and got into the trade. I'm a scalper, quickly hit some profits, went ahead and took some money. And then we got people in the Discord dropping their plays too, people making money. So y'all go ahead and give it a shot, give it a chance. Yo, Project Limitless, thanks for the like. We're at 7K likes. Man, y'all are amazing. Y'all are amazing. Shoot. Yeah, I'll be hitting some people up in the DMs. Thank y'all so much. We got 32 people rocking with us today. Project Limitless, I hope we were saying the same thing. I mean, we could get some breakout. That's the crazy thing. What is this? What's going on here? You know what I think? I think we need some music. Don't we need some music, y'all? We need some music in the background. That usually gets the live pumping and going. Not to say that we haven't already, because we got 7K likes. Let's see. All right, Breetown, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Welcome to my live, Curtis G24. We invite all of you to come join us at the Passive Income University. Here's a little screenshot of the Discord. A lot of things going on in there, not just about options trading. Like I said, I'm a big supporter and proponent of long-term investing, so that's really what it's about. But Project Limitless wanted to talk about PEP on the 4-hour chart. That's Pepsi. That is Patty Edward Patty. And so here's what I'm seeing so far. I think, just based off of my own opinion, I'm thinking we might see some more downside before we shoot back up. But we are right in the middle of the support zone, so it really is like a 50-50 call right now. Mocha Ray's in the building. She says, betting on black today. BX and BLK, Blackstone and BlackRock. Yes, so they own everything, right? Blackstone and BlackRock owns everything, so you're pretty much winning if you're positioned right investing in them. Andrea 11, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Project Limitless says he agrees 50-50, but I love your technical analysis. Yes, I do. Now, who was it that asked for Riley? Riley, R-I-L-Y. Are you still in the building? IDK, are you still in the building? Let's make sure. Let's see. I don't know if IDK is in the building. I don't think so. It doesn't really show me everybody, but for the sake of giving value, hopefully IDK, if you're still in here, we can take a look at ticker symbol RILY. That is Roger, Intelligent, Larry, Yellow. Ticker symbol RILY. RILY. I hope this is it. B. Riley Financial. They have been running up. Looks like they just had earnings. So they just had earnings. Pending. Why does it say pending? What? Why could it be pending? I've never seen that before. I've never seen a pending like that. All right. Let's get them to 10K likes. Thank you so much, Anna. Anna is so dope. Okay, so IDK, if you're still in here, I don't know if you're in here, but you wanted to take a look at this ticker symbol RILY. Let's go to at least the daily chart. That's a good way to start. We've got some huge gap ups from their earnings. It doesn't quite say if it's going to be after hours today or what. I think that's weird. Normally it says there would be like a symbol right here to say if it was before or after. But we do have a gap to the downside that needs to be filled. And on the daily chart, it looks like we're starting to form an inverted hammer. It's right in the middle. So depending on how this candle closes, just based off of the candle setup, the structure, if this was to come down, let me make a mark. If this makes us a full, nice, like inverted hammer, maybe down here, about right here. If it comes down here and maybe closes something like that, if we make a strong, like very easy to spot, very easy to distinguish inverted hammer or a shooter, then I'm definitely thinking that we're going to have some downside push. Yeah, yep. On this particular ticker symbol. But it looks like we do have a little support though. Hold on. We might be in a support zone. Let's draw the support zone. So we're looking at ticker symbol RILY. One of the members here in the TikTok live, IDK, wanted us to check this out. But just going back a little bit in time, we do see that we're in this kind of support zone in this area. Let me just get us through. Hold on, let's break this. Big shout out to y'all for the likes. IDK's made 1K with that stock. I love it. I'm glad that you're still in here, IDK. Okay, did you have calls? Did you have puts? Did you just have shares? What did you have, if you don't mind us asking? I'm glad you're still here though. I thought you were gone. All right, so I like to do my support and resistance zones with an orange little, what's the name? That might actually make it a little hard for y'all to see on the display. But we're right in the middle of how the daily range traveled. So another play right here where it's 50%. I'm saying, yeah, because look, right where I drew that line, I didn't even see this. Did y'all see that? I didn't even see this over here until I moved the chart. I drew this orange line just as a marker for where the hammer should be formed. And that is right where the support is. So I'm thinking, I mean, it's probably not possible because we only got about half an hour left in the day. But I'm thinking that if we were to drop down below here, then we definitely would be having, can't say definitely, can't give it financial advice, but my thoughts are that if we were to have a strong either inverted hammer or a shooter push down to close the day, we'll come down and kind of go back to the downside. But we are literally above this support zone that kind of was formed right over here. You guys can kind of see how the stock came right to this level and bounced, which is very crazy that I happened to just draw that line right there, right? That's a trip. And then it bounced up, and here we are kind of up here. So we still could have some more room to run, which is very evident because of how it's right in the middle of the range of today. I hope that makes sense. I hope everybody sees what I'm talking about there. IDK said he has calls. Big shout out to you. 1K day, a band. Yes, indeed. Yo, Luiso Frey, number 5, thanks for the follow. Project Limitless says it might want to reach imbalance 42.50 to clear sell side liquidity. 42.50 to $45, good swing level. 42.50. Ah, I see that. I clearly see what you're talking about right there. Can y'all see what he's talking about? Where Project Limitless is saying? And just to give a shout out to Project Limitless, he's like one of the #1 technical analysts in our community in the Discord. So if you like the way that Project Limitless does his technical analysis, the dude is on fire. Come join. He could break charts down very, very easy. The way he looks at time frames and cross references, you guys got to come and join us. Check his bio. Check his link for the bio to join. But I completely agree with what Project Limitless is saying. We could see some more upside into this area before we come back down. I agree with that. Joel Rodriguez, thanks for coming through. Yo. I'm trying to figure out, like, is it like a 3-second delay from when I'm saying something to when y'all hear it on TikTok? I kind of got another monitor set up over here, and I'm trying to look to see, like, what is the delay on when I'm saying something versus when y'all hear it. Yo, Jay, thank you for sharing the live, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So a big shout out to IDK. Got a bag. I hope you got out and took profits. All right, let's go take a look at QQQ. Somebody wanted to know if we were going to come down to 429. It doesn't look like it. The last time we looked at QQQ just a few minutes ago, it was at 431. We're now up to 432. So there's still some bullish momentum left in the market. As I said, we took a quick little example on this downtrend. We analyzed it and we showed that this break of structure right here, where I'm circling my mouse, was an ideal area that you want to take stops depending on where you entered. And now we have this structure forming back to the upside on the trend. And if we could kind of take a look, we'll zoom out on this daily chart. It might be a little sloppy, but we might be heading back up. That's QQQ on the daily chart. So like I said, anything is possible. We literally have 30 minutes left on the trading day. Anything is possible. And so, but right now, it is not headed in the direction of 429. All right, it looks like almost that Riley is coming down, is dropping down. Let's see. If it's, in my opinion, if it stays above this orange line that we have right here, then we're still good for like maybe some bullish sentiment. Inshallah, thank you for the follow. Shasta Knight, I see you. User 8204965248396. Thank you for following. All right, so if you just joined the live, it looks like we got about 16-17 people with us. If you just joined and you want me to go over the play of the day that I called out to the community, give me a 1 in the chat. If you want to see the play of the day that we called out at the beginning of the trading day, give me a 1 in the chat and we can go over and break it down. It's super simple. I'm a bad influence. Thank you for coming through. Rubber Tracks, thank you for coming through. So if you are just joining the live, if you're just joining, give me a 1 in the chat if you wanted to see the play of the day. If not, we'll keep it pushing. But if you want me to do a recap or a review on the trade that we called out at the beginning of the day, I am all for it. Project Limitless says PEP looks like it just now broke bear flag 1 minute. Is that a bear flag? I can't really tell. Like I said, I was at the beginning of the live, man. I said I really don't even look at the 1 minute chart because it's too noisy for me. It's too noisy. But let's switch to the 1 minute chart for PEP. All right. Yeah, see, this is a lot. This is a lot going on here. This is a lot going on here. We're looking at the 1 minute chart for PEP. And just my eyes looking at this, it just looks like it's too much. This looks like it's too much for me. It definitely looks bearish. I can tell you that much. That's all I can say. It definitely looks bearish. But look at that 1 minute. Look at how crazy that thing moves. I don't know how y'all do it. For people that trade on the 1 minute, 5 minute time frame, 10 minute time frame, I don't know how y'all can look at this. Salute to y'all. Salute to y'all. But yeah, so we had this dip down here. We came up. I don't know, man. We're cut because this is the 1 minute chart, and we're all it's kind of like in the same little range to a degree. All right, Doug, thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. You rejected fast. Yeah, man. For the people that have developed the skill set for trading on the 1 minute time frame, I give you a big salute, a big heads up to y'all, or shout out to y'all. But I'm gonna go back to my nice 30 minutes so I could look at this and kind of make some sense of this. But yeah, it's kind of choppy. Look at the 30 minute for PEP. It seemed like it was trying to make a flag, but then it just gave up. At least that's what I see on the 30 minute chart, right? But yeah, I think we're flattening out for at least for the rest of the day. The last 20 some odd minutes of the day, we're gonna flatten out. Let's see how QQQ's doing. QQQ's still above 432. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Any other questions? Do we have any beginners, options traders out here? K-Sun, thanks for joining. Any beginners, options traders? Any kind of questions that we can answer for you? How can we give you value? Let's work together. Let's build together. Let's learn together. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, Greg 1212, thanks for coming through. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank everybody for the likes. Need to give some value. If not, in the meantime, in between time, let's look at what's going on for the day. Yeah, I think the rest of the day is going to kind of flatten out. We might, and maybe the last few minutes of the day, we might see some volatile movement. But other than that, I think we're just kind of flat. We're going to just trade sideways a bit. OJ says, what kind of setups do you wait for? All right, good question. So that goes into the play of the day. So the play of the day was on QQQ, 30-minute chart. I'm going to show you right now. This is one of my number one setups that I look for across all tickers. The number one setup, and this is actually the play of the day that I called out, that we called out at the beginning of the day here, is this bullish engulfing. And this bullish engulfing candle on the 30-minute chart was a big, strong indicator that I wait for, or that I look for on a daily basis. And so to me, this was a strong indicator of momentum to the upside. On this candle right here, I let the community know that I was taking calls on QQQ. Wrote it up just a little bit. I'm very conservative, made a couple $100, and then I got out. But you could have stayed into it and rode the rest of that kind of choppy momentum and made some money. So that's one setup that I look for every single day, is a bullish engulfing. That's one of my favorite ones right there. Francisco Hernandez, thank you for the follow, my guy. Thank you so much. So OJ, I hope that answers your question. That's a very, very simple one. Doesn't take a lot of technical analysis. It's the bullish engulfing on the 30-minute chart. That's what I look for. All right, shout out to Project Limitless. My guy says, what are your thoughts on swinging so much money for years out instead of buying shares? So you're talking about leaps, right? That's what they call leaps. So if you were to buy an options contract today that expires like in January of 2025, something like that, I think it's a very, very good strategy. I've seen a lot of people make money overall. Here's the reason why I say that. So, Syria legit, and do you wait to see it twice? Hold on, Project Limitless. Hold on, bro. Hope you don't mind. I want to answer Syria legit's question. And she says, you get in at the bullish engulfing candle, and do you wait to see it twice? So no, I don't. I wait for the bullish engulfing candle to close. And then the moment that it closes, I'm waiting for this candle to open up and pull back just a little bit. And so once it pulls back a little bit, I get in, and then I just kind of ride this up, and then I take it, I exit out. Now, that's my main strategy. Some things that I'm improving upon and that I'm incorporating is leaving a few contracts to run. That's a big area where I got to get out of my comfort zone. I usually like to sell all of my contracts at once and get out, but I've been working on leaving a few contracts at play. So once this bullish engulfing forms, I wait for the pullback on this next candle. I get in and then I ride it up. That's as simple as it is, bullish engulfing. Now, let me tell you something about my definition of a bullish engulfing, because my definition is different than the formal definition that you'll find if you were to Google. So my definition of a bullish engulfing is basically if the price moves farther than the price of this candle. So what I do is, because of, the traditional definition of a bullish engulfing is when the price starts below this previous candle and then it moves above it and it closes. It started below and it moves above. That is not my definition of a bullish engulfing. My definition of a bullish engulfing is, did the range, right? Did the starting point and the ending point of this candle move farther than the starting point and the ending point of this candle. That's how I define a bullish engulfing. So just a slight nuance and difference there. When I see that, then I use that to get into the next candle. For sure. OJ, thank you for the follow. But back to what Project Limitless was saying. What are your thoughts on swinging so much money for years out instead of buying shares? So in options trading, they call that leaps, right? If you get contracts that are expiring the next year. So let's just say you were looking to buy contracts that expire in January 2025. From the little bit of research that I've done and what I've seen other traders do, it's been a very successful strategy. And now I'm somewhat of a conspiracy theorist. So you guys don't make fun of me. I'm somewhat of a conspiracy theorist. I admit it. I'll admit it. And I do believe that there are definitely structures in place that manipulate and rig the market to go up. So, barring things like COVID or the housing crisis of 2008, barring those kind of black swan events that completely turn everything upside down, in general, the market is designed, the US stock market is designed to go up. So the longer you can give yourself time, the higher the probability is that you're gonna make money. So I definitely like that idea. The only downside is that buying contracts that far out is very, very expensive, and most people can't really afford to get into those contracts. But I really do like the strategy, mainly because the US stock market is designed to go up over longer periods of time. Now, Ryan says he's up to 50K. Ryan, how are you doing, bro? I know you had the Tesla puts, Ryan. So I know Ryan is working with some big money. Ryan had 100. Well, I don't want to put you on the spot, bro, but we were looking for you the other day. We wanted to check in with you, wanted to see how you were doing with the Tesla puts that you had. But glad to see you're in the building, Ryan. L Little Boss, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Project Limitless says, honestly, might do that as an investment, like, for example, 600 SPY calls, 2025, 2026. I like that. Good. I'm glad to see you chilling, Ryan, man. Thanks for coming through, bro. Really good to see you on this Friday. Yeah, so here's something that basically I want to give y'all some things to think about. All right, so I don't know if y'all can see it. Oh, probably not, but I bought this book. Of course, I got to turn off my green screen, but whatever. Oops. Oh, that's what I'll do. Here you go. This book right here, The Stock Trader's Almanac of 2024. So if you're interested, you guys go check out this book. It's on Amazon. And basically what this group of people did was they went and looked at all the trends going back decades in the stock market. And it basically tells you at what points during the year, at what points during what seasons that historically the market behaves. So as a lot of us know, we're in an election year, and typically the powers that be want the economy to seem good. They want the stock market to rally. So what we see historically during election years is the stock market going up. So this is a good resource, The Stock Trader's Almanac. I've been reading it. There's a lot of good things in here. It breaks everything down month by month, the worst times of the month, the best times of the month, everything like that. So that's one thing I want y'all to keep in mind. Now, another thing I want you guys to make a note of, and this is purely speculative, right? Purely speculative. I just had this thought and this idea last night going into today. Is a few months ago, what did we see? We saw that Meta announced dividends and the stock boomed off. Of course, these last like 24 to 48 hours, it's been very volatile. But a few months ago, Meta announced that they're paying dividends. Stock went crazy. We just saw in the past 24 hours, Google announced that they're paying dividends. Stock went crazy. I think the next company that's poised to announce dividend payments is Amazon. Just as a speculative play, going to what Project Limitless just said, I'm thinking if you can buy enough time, if you can afford it, it might be a good look to get some far out calls for Amazon, because they may or may announce later on this year that they're paying dividends. We never know. We never know. But you got two main things working on your side. You got the fact that the market is rigged to go up. So if you get calls to the upside, and I can't give you guys financial advice, I'm just telling you what I'm thinking about to myself. So you got the market is basically rigged to go up. If you have enough time, patience, and you can afford it, getting some calls way, way far out for Amazon, and then the potential that they could possibly announce that they're going to pay dividends this year. Now, it does take a little bit of research, and so you want to see what were the factors that Google and Meta were led to go ahead and announce paying dividends. So if you could figure out what those factors were and then cross-reference those to see if Amazon is on the same track, that might be a good play. Getting some far-out calls for Amazon with the possibility that they could announce that they're paying dividends. All right, let's see where Project Limitless. Ryan says he's been trading for 5 years. Ryan, we would love to have you over in Passive Income University as a provider. I don't know if you already have your own Discord or whatnot, man, but would like to chop it up with you about you possibly coming over to PIU. Whatever we can do to make that happen, we would love to have you. But congratulations on your successful journey of being a 5-year trader. All right, Project Limitless says, might start working a strategy to leap beaten down stocks like PEP, MCD, Apple. Yes, please do. Does anyone do one-on-one? Yeah, you can get a one-on-one, OJ, if you join the community. You can get a one-on-one with me, or you can join our weekly sessions, but that is the number one way to get a one-on-one is by joining. All right. Ryan in the building. Yeah, Ryan, we would love to have you. Juan Gonzalez, thank you for the follow. User 5484 something 583, thank you for coming through. Moody Norma Jai, thank you. It's good to see you. Thanks for rocking with us today. Man, Vil Lucky V says, what's the indicator that you use? So these numbers that you see right in front of you are a part of an indicator known as the strat. That's what it's called. Let me show you exactly what it looks like in TradingView. It is called the strat. Hold on, let me move this up. Bear with me. It's called the Strat Assistant. It's this one right here, Strat Assistant. And that is the indicator that you're seeing with these numbers here. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the strat or not, but basically the way that the strat works is it assigns a number for each candle. So, and it's all based off of the previous candle. So just in case you're not familiar with the strat, this one is considered a 3 because the low of this candle went below this low and the high of it went above the high. And so that is designated as an outside candle or a number 3. Now, the next candle, this number 2, it only went above the high of this previous one. And so 2 candles are directional. They just kind of tell you what direction is going on. And so over here, we have another 3 where this candle, based on the one before it, it went below the low and it went above the high and it became an outside candle or a number 3. That's called the strat. So if you're interested in the strat, which is a very, very easy way to get familiar with market structure and entry and exit points, you want to look up the strat. There's a really, really good cheat sheet, but the indicator is called the Strat Assistant. All right. Fishbait numbers have 0 correlation. I'm not too sure what you mean by that, but definitely would be happy to go into it further just to kind of clarify what we mean by the numbers have 0 correlation. All right, Project Limitless, T2 Leap calls for 2026. GTA 6 gonna make that company rip more than NVIDIA. For sure. Yo, Ronnie Jean, thanks for coming through. Thank everybody for rocking with us. Thank you. All right. Let me make sure. Yo, Black Bag Therapist, thank you for the follow. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. All right. Yeah, so the way that you can get a one-on-one with us is to come and join the community. You get the first 30 days free, and then after that, it's just $10 a month. Ryan says another great way to define market structure is the Heiken Ashi chart setup. Ooh, sounds like something I need to learn. See, Ryan in here with his 5 years of experience, adding and giving value. Appreciate you, Ryan. Let's see if we can find that indicator. Let's see. All right, what did Ryan say? It is the Heiken. All right, Ryan, which one is it, man? Is it oh, hold on. Heiken Ashi. You can find it where you change it from the candles. It's a candle. Okay, look at Roz. Look at that in the building. Where you change it from the... So it isn't one of these, huh? It's more like a setting. It isn't one of these. Roz, thank you so much. It's a candle. Anna James is still dropping those likes on us. That is dope. All right, all right. See the button on the right of the indicators. Uh-oh. Let me see. Oops. Left. It said left. Uh-oh. Let's see. Do I need to, maybe because I got to move this up. Next to the 4R. Next to the 4R. Is it... Oh, candles? Oh. Is it one of these? It's where you change the candles, lines, etc. Yes. All right. Where are we at? There we go. So big shout out to this. Big shout out to the community. This is what's dope. People helping people, man. I appreciate it. Anna says she see it. That's it. Okay, so I see we made somewhat of a change. I have to learn this. It looks a lot smoother. So I hope everybody made a note. Ryan and Roz put it, or is it Taz or Roz? Ryan and Roz put us up on something. It is the Heiken Ashi candle type. So if you didn't see that, if you wanted, whoa, what are we doing? What we got going on? So if you didn't see that, let's take a look one more time. Under here, if you use TradingView, just to the right of your time frames, you have this indicator that allows you to pick different candle types. If you click this and open it up, there's one called the Heiken Ashi. And so this is it. Ryan says it shows relative trends in the market. That's what's up. Roz in the building. Thank you, Roz. Thank you. I appreciate that. Dope. Look at that. And even there, you see another little support zone. Interesting. Definitely something for us to follow up on, for me to follow up on, and for me to learn. Roz, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, Tickle Zero, thanks for coming through. Robert, thank you for coming through. All right, we got 10 minutes left in the market. I want to go take a look. Like I was saying, here is PEP on the 30-minute chart. Just like I was saying, we're kind of flattening out. Let's go take a look at QQQ. Somebody wanted to know if we were going to come back to 429. Just like I was saying, I think we're just flattening out for the rest of the day. Of course, 10 minutes is a long time in the market, so anything could happen. But I think this is what's going on. Yo, UPS Bari, thank you for the follow, bro. Roz was saying it shows the relative, Ryan said it shows relative trends in the market, and Roz added, and the breakout. Roz says, you on Discord? I am. We would love to have you, Roz. Here's the Discord. You can check the link in my bio, but here's the Discord community. It's all about supportive. It's all about encouraging people to build some type of passive income portfolio, right? So whether you like dividend stocks, whether you want to get a rental property for real estate, whatever the case may be, the profits that we make from trading, we take those profits and we deploy it into other areas to give us consistent revenue in our life. Thank you so much, Roz. So yeah, please do. And I want to tap in with you. I want to talk to you about some different things. Definitely looking to grow the community. And so I'm looking for ideas to give value back to people that join. One of my favorite things is each month we do a monthly cash giveaway. And so if you join, I usually do some type of challenge to encourage people to invest and build into their long-term future. And then depending on how many people participate in the challenge, I'll Cash App and Venmo you some money to help encourage you with your investing and preparing for your future. So we would love to have y'all come through. Roz, Ryan, it would be dope if you guys join. Ryan says, have you ever looked at trading straddles and strangles? It's easier to manage risk with. I haven't. The only thing I've ever done, Ryan, is obviously straight up and down buying and selling of calls and puts, and then issuing covered calls. I really do like covered calls, and I need to make my way back to it. I really like issuing covered calls. It's nice just to go ahead and, throw out that premium, collect it, and keep it pushing. UPS Bari says, I'm new to this. All right, if you got any questions, drop them in the chat. UPS Bari, any questions? Chris Waters in the building. Big shout out to Chris Waters. Ryan, Roz says she likes the Iron Condors. He or she likes the Iron Condors. And Roy Nelson, thanks for coming through. Thank y'all. This has been one of my dope lives. Yep. So, I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Learn something. So one thing that I've learned today from this live that I'm going to put in my journal is about the Heiken ASCII indicator or candle type setting. A big shout out to Roz and Ryan for that. Thank you so much. Yo, Blake 491, thank you for coming through. Okay, how are we ending out? How are we ending out for the day? I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I'm going to tell you something. I did do another play. This is one that I kind of played on my own. I didn't really announce it to the community, but I did take some calls to the upside on SPY. I was able to make a little money. But I will say I was thinking that SPY was going to push up a lot further than it did today. Looks like we are starting to drop down rapidly. Look at that. On this 4-hour candle, just dropping down. Last 7 Who was that was asking about 429? I don't know. Still $1.50 to go. Maybe more than that, $2. Oh man. All right. So ridiculous, so whack. Was trading ES. I'm down today, getting stopped out. Kept getting stopped out. Where to start? Videos to watch, apps, etc. How do we join the Discord? GUS Gus. So if you're still in here, the link is in the bio. It's the top link, the first one when you open it. It's actually should be the only one. So like I said, you get the first 30 days free. You can see if there's something that you want to rock with. If not, no harm, no foul. You can always cancel before the 30 days. After that, it's just $10 a month. Chris says, I'm down today. I kept getting stopped out. I have a question for you, Chris. Were you getting stopped out? Well, let me rephrase it. Were your stops mentally placed, or did you have your stops input into the system? And there's no wrong or right answer. Not trying to judge anything like that. Just wondering. He said he was trading ES. Rod says, UPS Barty, what brokerage do you have? Rod says, for sure. I like basing my trades off of implied volatility. Ryan says, yes, correct. Thank you, thank you. Look at Roz and Ryan up in here. Roz and Ryan. I love it. The two R's. R and R in the building. Roz and Ryan. No one, I'm new to this trading world. All right. So UPS Bari, I do have some very, very, very beginner level videos for you to check out that explain basically the very, very basics. That's where, I don't know how much you know, but at the very beginning, we're talking about what the stock market is, the structures of a candlestick, the open and closed candle body, everything like that. I would strongly suggest you watch that. There is an assessment at the end. I have a quiz at the end. And then depending on what questions you get right or wrong, then we can go over what you missed. So I have a very intro level stock market basics video / course. Then the next thing is I have an options course that'll teach you about options. And then that one has a quiz and an assessment too. And then depending on how you score on that one, we can break it down. We can analyze it, whatever the case may be. Rod says, Robinhood. I use Robinhood and Webull as my brokers, things like that. Ryan says, UPS Bar, if you set up a brokerage, use Charles Schwab so you can gain access to Thinkorswim. Very much so. Yes, I agree. I have Charles Schwab Thinkorswim too. I just haven't been over there to use it trading wise in a long time. I've been on Webull and Robinhood. This looks like some kind of weird abstract double top in my opinion. We're looking at QQQ on the 30-minute chart. It's trying to push down. We've got 5 minutes left. Look at this. Who was that was looking for it to go down to 429 to break even? We still have a ways away, but look at this push down, y'all. Look at this push down. Oh my gosh. Woo. Let's see. We might, if we get below this right here, I'm thinking Project Limitless, Roz and Ryan, what do you guys think? If we get to about if we get below 430.96 in this last 4 minutes, we might just really fall. I don't know. I love the fact that we got people helping each other in the comments. That's the dopest thing. That is the dopest thing ever. Syria Legit, I see you. Welcome back. Chris Waters says Thinkorswim has a good paper account with free live data. Nice. Yeah. That's the thing too about Webull. To get the live data is like $3.99 a month, almost $4 a month. So keep that in mind. Almost $4 a month. So keep that in mind. Almost $4 a month. So keep that in mind. If you join Webull to get the live data, it's going to cost you a few dollars a month to get it. Ryan says up 32,000 so far on NQ shorts. Love it. Big shout out to Ryan. Big shout out to Ryan. Oh man. Ryan and Ross says for sure. Ryan, I understand, but for new people, it's not simple. New people will run. And that's why, we gotta, we hold hands and we walk through and all that kind of stuff. But the thing, so here's my thing about Robinhood. Yep, Siri Legit is right. Webull will let you trade. So here's the, I mean, there's pros and cons to everything. We know that, right? There's pros and cons to everything. But the thing about Robinhood, this is just one component, and I trade on Robinhood. It's so easy to use, it actually gets you a little too comfortable. It gets you a little too comfortable, and it makes it hard to break away from how easy it is. So in the ideal world, if I could tell a new person, and I know this is hard, it might seem counterintuitive, I would say try both, right? Especially if you find a platform that has paper trading, I would say try Robinhood as well as learn something else. It's kind of like learning Spanish and Italian at the same time, or maybe two programming languages like Python and, I don't know, Ruby on Rails or HTML or something. And I say that because while Robinhood is very, very easy to use, especially for newcomers, it does get you in a comfort zone that's hard to break away. And that's kind of what I'm struggling with right now. Robinhood is just so easy. I'm used to like getting in and out, but it really lacks in other areas. And as you become a more developed and a more seasoned trader, you're going to quickly realize that you have needs that Robinhood does not meet, right? Trailing stop. That's the biggest thing that's really pushing me away from Robinhood, is that I don't have trailing stop orders, things like that. All right, Rod says it's better when you hold the new people hand. That's right. You cannot learn for free on NinjaTrader. All right, we got likes going on. Ryan says heavy short volume going through the market via Bookmaps may cause a short squeeze. Ryan, I think you did mention Bookmaps before, and I forgot. I know I tell people about Options Millionaire, who's a YouTuber that uses Bookmaps, but how do you get Bookmaps? It's something separate that you pay for, right? UPS Bari says Robinhood and Webull. If I was to talk to myself in the past, I would say Robinhood and Webull, or Robinhood and Thinkorswim. Either one of those two combinations. I've used them all. I have them all. So I have my own experience with each one. But I would pair Robinhood with either Webull or pair Robinhood with Thinkorswim. Thank you so much for the likes. Oh snap, we're 500 away from 10K. We're 500 away from 10K. Brian says QQQ is going to be green after market. Just enter QQQ calls, 2 days expiration. Oh, there we go. Bouncing up a little bit. We've got 1 minute left until the market closes. Not 1 minute. We got seconds. I'm going to join your launch pass. Oh, thank you so much, UPS Bari. Appreciate that. Thank you. UPS Bari, Robinhood is more simple. Roz is exactly right. And the market is closed. We touched just right on that line that I was thinking about. Just a little tease. Now, Ryan said that we were going to have green after the market. He's a market whiz. Hey, you guys, we gotta... Yo, Ryan, are you one of the market makers? Everybody put eyes emoji at Ryan right now. Everybody put the eyes emoji at Ryan. Is he a market maker? Do we got a market maker in here? Ryan says it's a website you can go to for Bookmaps, and you download the application there. Big shout out to you. Thank you so much. We got to give Ryan the emoji eyes, y'all, because is he a market maker? Is he a market maker right now? Chris Roder says, Ross, interesting. Did not know that for options. Thank y'all. Okay, so I want to round it out first and foremost by saying thank all of you for rocking with me. It means a great deal to me. I am always so appreciative for y'all showing me so much love. I love the positive energy that we have in the comments. I like how we don't lean into toxicity. I like how we support each other, and I like how we educate each other. And so thank you all so much for that, because it makes me feel good that we have a lot of uplifting energy in the comments. Again, Ryan, are you a market maker? A big shout out to Anna James. A big shout out to UPS Bari. A big shout out to Roz. A big shout out to everybody that stuck with me today. Project Limitless. A big shout out to Chris Waters. So reminders, we're at the end of the week. What's done is done. Win, lose, or draw. The only thing that I ask you to do is to log your trades in your trading journal and make a note of how your emotions were this week, how your trading psychology was. Make a note of the things that you did good, because you definitely need to recognize where you did good, and then make a note on the areas where you need to improve. Doing that on a consistent basis using your trading journal is going to improve your trading. If you don't already backtest, make sure you set up a backtest log for your setups. That way you have a statistical idea in your mind of how often your setup works, and you can put a number to your strategy that makes sense. So just a reminder, please do your trading journal. Please do your back test of your setups. And if today you got paid from a 9-to-5 job, or you made some profits from trading, take a little bit of those profits and put them somewhere that you can get money and assets to work for you in the future. Please, that's the number one thing that I'm asking for y'all. Please, please, please take some of your profits, or if you got paid today, take a little bit from your paycheck and invest it somewhere, whether you're saving to get a rental property, whether you're gonna get some dividend stocks, or you want to open up a vending machine business, a mobile detailing business, maybe you want to become a mobile notary, whatever the case may be. Put money aside so that your future self can thank you. All right. Appreciate y'all. Ryan says Tesla is by far the hardest stock to trade. The implied volatility is horrendous. Yes, it is. Yes, it is absolutely crazy and insane. It is absolutely crazy and insane. All right. So I appreciate y'all. Like I said, it has been an awesome day. I don't know how long we've been on. We're getting close to 10K likes. We're getting so close. Ross says, yes, there's a lot of monthly dividend stocks that pay every month. Exactly. That's one of my favorite things is dividend stocks. Now, I actually just restarted my dividend portfolio. And so I have that here. We have a whole section on passive income that's growing in the Discord. And so I did put an update today for my portfolio. I added booking.com to my portfolio today. So I always give updates from my dividend stocks portfolio, my long-term portfolio. But that's one of my favorite sources of passive income is dividend income. I feel like, yes, you do need a lot of capital, but it's one of the easiest forms of dividend income to get. So today I took a little bit of money from my paycheck and I bought some booking.com shares. All right. What's up? UPS Barry, I'm gonna join his Discord to help out. Oh, Roz, thank you so much. Please. If you join Roz, let's set up a call because I do want to chop it up with you. L Little Boss, thank you so much. All right, we reached 10K. So like I said and like I promised, you guys rocking with me means a lot. When I end this live right now, TikTok is going to give me like a little snapshot of the top people or whatever that was in the live. I'm going to reach out to one of you to send a little cash app, a little thank you, a little appreciation. It does mean so much to me. And with that being said, I want all of y'all to have a super dope weekend. Much love to everybody. And of course, if you have any questions or you just need a little bit of guidance, don't hesitate to hit me up. And more importantly, give the Discord a shot. Go ahead and join. All right, y'all. Passive income for the win. Peace.